tuajibike, tuimarike, umoja wetu ni nguzo yetu, idumu jumuiya yetu.
Of the universe, the creator of all the human beings, you gave us wisdom and you gave us strength to manage, to succeed in this journey. Though we have succeeded, but the journey has begun. Oh God, we ask you kindly to guide us. Put your healing power into our medicine. The healing power is yours. Oh God, don't shame us. Give us the wisdom and the courage to do the right medicine. So we pray, our Lord. And as we go back, oh Lord, we ask you to guide us and help us and protect us against the evil. Thank you, God. We prayed in the name of our Lord. Amen.
Amen.
Thank the director for directing this, and this initiative has not been an easy task to penetrate. And I want to thank the director for that. And now we're beginning to see the fruits of the direction. We're happy to see that. It has been great to be with you all those years until tonight. I was just told to welcome you, and I would like to welcome everybody to this grounds. We are going to have a nice day here, an achievement, celebrations. Thank you so much. Without wasting time, I would like to say you're welcome. Thank you.
The president of the herbalists, the director of NCRI, the graduates, invited guests, you are welcome to this important function where people who have undergone training to use our genetic resources for our survival. I am representing the Registrar General, Ms. Maseke George Kinogwisho, who is attending another important function at Munyonyo, where we are hosting 22 African member states of Africa Regional Intellectual Property Organization, and they are interacting with women, creators and innovators. So I am glad that we have been invited to be part of this function, because URSP, as a government agency responsible for intellectual property, business registration and other registrations, we are glad that we could be part of this function. Maybe I need to mention that I'm also the chairperson, board of directors of Theta Uganda, where Dr. Grace Nambaja is a board member. Mr. Jamil, the president of the herbalists, is a board member. I actually came with two other members who are seated here. Maybe you could stand for recognition. Yes, there is James Nkangaba, who is a board member, and Henry Tumijuche, who is the lead director of Theta Uganda. The guest of honor, we are glad that you've graced this function, where people who have undergone training are getting their certificates as skilled herbalists, and I would add as traditional healers, because we tend to only focus on one aspect of traditional medicine, which is herbal medicine. But traditional medicine has a number of aspects, including bone setters, rainmakers, diviners, and many others. Yes, like it was mentioned earlier, rain is an important aspect of our living, and when you have a function and it rains, that means that function is very successful and fruitful. Where I come from, and actually where the guest of honor comes from, we are neighbors. We are apart by like 7 kilometers. Because he comes from Rukunji, I come from Rushika. And actually my LC1 is borders with Rukunji district. So where we come from, when you have a wedding function and it rains, that means that marriage is going to be fruitful. So I actually saw the person who led the opening prayer. I have interacted with him. I didn't know he's here, and I'm sure there are other great ones I have interacted with in the course of doing my work as a government official. Traditional medicine had been put aside by the colonialists because they wanted to promote their trade and they wanted to suppress our trade. I have been telling people that the colonialists came here in late 1890s. Were we not surviving before they came? Of course we were. Recently when we had the Ebola problem, people were running away from actually health centers and going to see the traditional healers. Of course that created a problem. But now that we have people who have been skilled by government, we are sure that we are going to do the best practice in traditional medicine. And of course, the chief guest is a medical doctor who knows where medicine comes from. Actually, we don't have medicine that comes from heaven. All medicine basically has a bearing on traditional medicine. And as you can remember, government has put in place a law that regulates traditional healers. We are also working on a law that will regulate the medicine itself, traditional medicine. We are in advanced stages where we are left with submitting the cabinet memorandum for approval to draft the national legislation that will protect traditional knowledge where traditional medicine is located as URSP. The pharmacies that are actually down here in Wande here, you will not find medicine that is not labeled. So when you go to the pharmacy, you will say, I want this medicine. And they will give you a bottle or whatever it is, and you will see that it is labeled. And that's where we want the traditional healers to go. because some of you actually have already gone thus far, and we appreciate that. But we encourage all traditional healers to be modernized, to be standardized, and benefit from what the market offers. Because if you carry your medicine in a jerrycan, probably we may not know what you are carrying. But if you have your standardized bottles, or you packet your medicine well, then you are able to benefit from your trade. Interestingly, I am doing a PhD on traditional medicine, on intellectual property of traditional medicine. And I have interviewed a number of traditional healers. They actually make a lot of money. But because they are not standardized, we still have that gap in the market. If we are standardized, when you go to the pharmacies, actually, the medicine you find there is actually from traditional healers, but from other countries. You find medicine from Egypt, you find medicine from China, you find medicine from India, but that is traditional medicine. So what I would urge our graduates is actually to work together, because I know people work as individuals, and as we were used to be told when we were in primary school, that united we stand, divided we fall. So if the cohort that has undergone training, if we could come together and form an association, you would be able to exploit the market. You could pool resources and probably establish a factory or a pharmacy or a laboratory where you could work together to improve your medicine. You have seen Professor Guan. He established himself at a company, Jenna, and is doing well in business. So I would urge the graduates to work together to protect your trade, because when you work together, you progress. When you work as individuals, you may not achieve much. There are various areas where you can trade together. You can form a company and register it with URSP. You can have trademarks for your various medicines that could be recognized by government, and then when you are in the market or when you go to National Drug Authority, you are able to sell through quickly. So I would urge the graduates to work together to exploit the available services offered by government, because you have been trained by government. NCRI is a government institution under Ministry of Health, and actually the chief guest is the head of NDA, where you are supposed to go for your certification. So it is important to appreciate that actually government is in for you. It started in 1992 at the height of HIV/AIDS, and many traditional healers have been asking what happened. Of course, many things happened, but now we are back. And I would urge you that tomorrow we have a function that is celebrating the African Traditional Medicine Day. Even when government is going to have the national celebration later on, I think in October, tomorrow we have a discussion at Theatre House on Mawanda Road, where we are discussing how we can help the traditional healers, how the traditional healers can benefit from the regulatory framework that exists, and how we can move on together as citizens of this country, and how government can come in and assist the traditional healers.
Our chief guest, Honorable Bitecherezo Medad, you are very welcome, sir. Dr. Grace Nambacha Chene, the Director, NCRI. Obululu. Thank you. Mr. Sonko Richard, the Chairperson, National Union of Herbalists in Uganda here. Mrs. Lawrence Charizi, representing the Directorate of Industrial Training. Yes, today there are no assessments, so you can smile at her. Yes.
Introduce myself. My name is Lawrence Charizi. I'm a Senior Qualifications Officer in charge of Occupational Standards at the Directorate of Industrial Training. I'm here in the shoes of the Director. He sends you greetings. He has been unable to attend physically because he's occupied in another yet important event. I have a written speech from him, which I'm going to read to you, though I'll be explaining here and there. It goes, it's my pleasure to be part of this event to celebrate the significant milestone that our graduates have achieved today, the 30th of August 2024. On behalf of the Directorate of Industrial Training and on my own behalf, I convey my sincere gratitude to the management of NCRI for championing the standardization of herbal research and medicine in Uganda, and implementing the standards from training to assessment and certification. I bring you warm greetings from the entire Directorate of Industrial Training. NCRI, we are so glad that we have been the champions of herbal medicine in Uganda. Guest of honor, the Directorate of Industrial Training is a quality assurance body in the BTVET subsector under the Ministry of Education and Sports. And the Directorate is mandated to develop standards for the world of work, assess and certify trainees for various occupations, among other functions, of which herbal medicine is one of them. It's on this basis that DIT, in collaboration with NCRI, developed the standards for herbal medicine from levels 1 up to 3. Our graduates that we are celebrating today have undergone competence-based education and training, as well as competence-based assessment at levels 1, 2, and 3. So the UVQF, Uganda Vocational Qualification Level 3 certificate that they are getting today is by Uganda Higher Education Qualification, comparable to Uganda Advanced Certificate of Education. So these people, they can really stand for MP and other positions in government. I thus congratulate you upon this great achievement and ask you to utilize the competencies you have acquired to develop yourselves and the nation at large. The soft skills you've gained, among which communication is, human relations, teamwork, management, integrity, name it, will help you to join the world of work with ease and to be competitive in the labor market. The Directorate of Industrial Training, Mr. Guest of Honor, has it in plan to upgrade this occupation of herbalist to level 4 to facilitate career progression on availability of funding. I therefore call all partners and other stakeholders to join hands with us and support this noble cause, which ultimately promote further development of this occupation. Vocational skills are important for the individual, for the enterprises, and the economy at large, since they lead to self-reliance, increased productivity, and income generation. Shortage of these skills retards the capacity to solve problems. It slows down the process of national transformation and prolongs the journey to development. I therefore urge Ugandans, especially the youth, to utilize the available skilling opportunities put in place by government and other partners like NCRI to acquire relevant skills that suit the dynamic world. To the parents of the graduates who are gathered here, I appreciate your efforts to facilitate your children's education. I urge you to continue supporting them and promote their abilities by investing in their business ideas and startups. You may be surprised that the next modern herbal medicine enterprise is in the heads, in the minds of these your children that are graduating today. Finally, I commend the Executive Director and the entire staff of NCRI who have been instrumental in preparing these graduates today to become active contributors to the development of our society. For God and my country. Thank you.
So, I am Annette Ndachanja Bawenje. I am part of the team that oversees the administration of this program. Thank you so much.
A personal achievement, but also lifting you to another level. 3 years wisdom and experience and being ready to share your knowledge and life experiences, we became better teachers. In fact, the knowledge we got from you was more than what we got from other textbooks, because we are able to share. Guest of honor, this kind of training, I'm telling you, we learn a lot from them, because it's hands-on, it's been sharing knowledge and also parting. So we get knowledge from them and use that knowledge also to train others. It's a kind of a special kind of training we're having here. You have actually proved to us true meaning of resilience, the value of patience, and the importance of compassion. This has been a 1-year-long training, and these people have been so patient and being resilient, going through all these issues. I'm happy with you. Congratulations once more. Actually, when we started this training, I thought they were going to drop out. But I'm surprised that all of them did not drop out. And imagine they are not young students, they are adult students. And they have a lot of challenges on the way. I thought that these people are not going to complete the course. But I'm happy that all of them were able to succeed. And all of them passed the course. Thank you so much for that achievement. I believe that the knowledge you have acquired from training should shape the herbal medicine sector and impact our society. What you have acquired should be able to impact our society. I'm happy to hear that majority of you have actually achieved a lot after the training, and people have started believing in you. Thank you so much for that achievement. You are the custodians of this knowledge, like the chairman of the theater said. You are the custodians of knowledge. And you are fortunate to have actually had a privilege to learn even more. So how do you protect this knowledge after learning all this? We need to come out and see. Tomorrow we are going to have a discussion at theater. I believe when you come there, you come and share and see how we can protect the knowledge. It has been a big gap. People don't know how to protect traditional knowledge. So we believe that by the time we finish the meeting at theater, we should have some knowledge of how to protect our knowledge. Today, as we celebrate your success, let us commit ourselves to continue the legacy. Let us ensure that our values we have impacted to you is passed on to others, and we need to see them visible in what you do, in your businesses, in your communities. And this is a person who trained at Chemotherapeutics, and this is what it's doing. We expect a lot out of you, and we can only assess that by seeing what people do, what people believe, what people will tell us after the training. That these are the people you trained out there, and they are believing in you. Let me take this opportunity once again to thank you for the excellent achievement you are going through, or you have achieved in this training. The passing all the marks you got, I'm surprised that there were no failures. This was an excellent class. Thank you so much for that achievement. We teachers are grateful to you, and may you continue to shine in our community. Thank you so much.
This is the time to rejoice. Yes, yes. Thank you so much.
The God I serve is a God of another chance. I can't believe this day, but He has made it for us all. I'm called Award Rosemary Agendawa. That is the name. I'm here today not only to thank God for my life, but for granting all of us to be here at this moment. Because I believe there are those who wanted to wake up and do something today, but they have not managed it. We clap for Mighty Father. Fellow graduates, today, 30th day of August 2024, we mark a significant milestone of professional herbalists. We have acquired knowledge and skills to make a positive impact in the world of natural healing. Let's embrace our role with pride, emphasizing that our expertise complements conventional medicine rather than competing with it. As we venture into our practice, let's strive for excellence, cooperation, and respect. Remember, when you are the best, you don't compete. You only collaborate. Let's work together to enhance lives, acknowledging that no one can do it alone. To our instructors, we are grateful for your dedication, expertise, and unwavering support. Your guidance has shaped us into skilled herbalists. We encourage you to continue bridging the gap between conventional medicine practitioners and herbalists through workshops, health facility visits, and engagements. This will help address the skepticism surrounding herbal medicine and reinforce the Herbal Medicine Council's role in securing our practice. Your efforts will empower us to work harmoniously with conventional medicine practitioners, ultimately benefiting our communities and the country at large. To the Director, NCRI, and the entire staff, in a special way, we express our gratitude and commitment to journey with us. As we celebrate this milestone, we humbly request that you aggressively participate in popularizing our products by registering at least 50 different certified medicines that we produce annually. Because at the moment we have different medicines that were formulated, but getting them registered is like struggling to go to heaven. With your support, we believe we shall not disappoint you. This will not only enhance credibility, but also to expand the reach of natural healing and building your documentary. Let's move forward with gratitude, respect, commitment to excellence. Congratulations, fellow graduates. Let us all be the best. I wish you all marvelous after party. Be blessed, everyone.
At this juncture, let us please all welcome the representative as NDA of the herbalists. Yes. Have you managed to recognize that? Trainees and never stepped wow, thank you so much.
Honorable Guest of Honor, your friend Katikiro of Uganda said, if you want to be a leader, you should not fear rain, even shine. That's why I had to front him. Although it is raining, I had to emphasize that, but I'm very, very grateful for this day. Because traditional medicine has been ignored by so many people, and the most important factor was lack of education. But if today we have graduates who can even contest for the parliamentarian seat, it's not a very small thing. Honorable Guest of Honor prepared a speech, but because of the seniority, the happiness I have, I'll go through other things, because this sector where it has come from, it is really very far. And I will try to mix language, because I know some of my members in the constituency may not be able to pick, and even the parents, so that now I need to make all my points very clear. Honorable Guest of Honor, njagala kusiima nnyo Dr. Grace Nambatya. nze in my leadership anyambye nnyo kubanga okimanyi sector yaffe ogitegerera traditional medicine divided naye bw'obulako ate weweekwata you cannot do anything. So anyambye okubeera ekyuma kyensobola okwekwatako nenkola emirimu gyange bulungi era nga bw'ogiraba. She's a very strong pillar in traditional medicine. Ate era njagala naawe kwebaza kubanga amaanyi gano ge nnina gonna okusobola okumobilizinga abantu abo bonna. It is through the engagements gy'ontuuma ogenda mu NDA okumobilizinga abantu. Omukyala asomye ripooti wano namusanga Mbale in a certain drug shop. Bwe nayogera naye nendaba nga abitegeera mangu. Ne mugamba olina okujja okusoma. She was traveling from Mbale every week. Najja wano. So n'abalala, I want to recognize members of the Executive Committee of Uganda Herbalist Association. Please stand up. If you are a member of the Executive Committee of Uganda Herbalist, come mujje temutya nkube n'enkuba terina kyekola bwe kusanga mu kibira tojjaayo ddagala. Olirekayo sigyeraga. Kubanga bwe natandikidde ku balala you can go back. Enkuba eno n'ebbato bya muli bagole ba leero. Bwe natandikidde ku balala abantu tebandikitegedde bulungi naye natandika ne Executive Committee nenjigamba mulina okusoma oba baagala oba tebaagala. Era nabagamba I will fire whoever will not go to training. Mbebaza okubeera nti basobola okujja era ne bayita mu mbeera eyo. Abamu they could not speak English well. Era mu bizibu twasooka okusanga wano nga kiraasi etandika bayogeraga oluzungu ne bangubira essimu Haji ate bano boogedde lungi nnyo. Then I had to come in. Okutuuka bafacilitators ne bategeera abantu bakola nabo. Naye nga njagala kwebaza nnyo omulimu ogwo okukoleddwa bwe gutyo. Era sebo natandika alina muwala wange yali ali ku senior 6-5 naye bwe nalaba nga alina interest naye ne mugamba olina okusoma. She's called Namkwaya Sharifa. Currently she's at the university second year. Naye buli lwakusatu namu sponsoringa nga naava gyajja najja n'asoma n'addayo ku hostel. Somero lyanzikiriza kubanga nalaba what my father did for me and I should also do it. So naye mu kintu mwali era atikiddwa. Kati tulinda eri diguli endala ate ekintu kikole kitambule. Honorable Chairman, I want to read this speech, then I'll recognize other few members who are around. And honored today to welcome you at this special occasion for people graduating in herbal medicine. I want to praise His Excellency the President of the Republic of Uganda for creating the conducive atmosphere for people in the traditional healers and herbalists in Uganda. Okimanyi bulungi nti ffe buli muntu yenna yatuyitanga mulogo. Oga nti ndi musawo nsobola okuvumula omusujja nti agwa oli mulogo. Naye omusajja ono bwe yajja ndooza tumukubireko mu ngalo. Ye yamanya abalogo gye bali n'ateekawo n'amanya nti ne bahabalisi gye bali era n'atwaccommodatinga. Dear guest of honor, in 1999 the ministry contracted Dr. Morisco to draft a report to enable incorporation of traditional medicine sector in the strategic plan of Ministry of Health. Honorable guest of honor, during that exercise, a lot of gaps were proposed. NCRI to be restructured to enable traditional healers participate in the laboratory activities. Bwe twali ewa president ne Dr. Nambatyoyo yatugamba nti ba herbalist mubateeke kumpi nga mukebera ebintu byabwe basobole okwewaayo n'okumanya ebigenda mu maaso. Naye bwe nagenza okubikula ekitabo ekyo nasanze nga already report eyo yali yamala Dr. addressinga. Naye kyali tekisoboka kubanga tewaaliwo ba herbalist batuuse ku level esobola kwatagana na mutindo. Naye I think it is an area to address kuba kati n'abantu we bali abasomye abasobola okubeera nga bakwatagana n'ensonga eyo. Mr. Guest of Honor, the Ministry of Health was recommended to establish a desk for traditional healers so that the TCM issues can be discussed on the top management of the Ministry of Health. Sebe ebiseera ebimu bwe ngendeyo ng'otumye mu mirimu gyange n'ensinkana ab'amalwaliro osanga nga bayomba na bano bamulerwa ba TBA bazaalisa abantu bakola bikyamu naye senga desk eyo yaliyo senga ebyo natwabimala dda kubanga issues would come nezifunirwa solution netuba sensitizing ne bamanya ekyokukola then netusobola okutambula n'omulembe. Sebo engeri gy'oli minister ate nga mmanyi you are one of the able men in Uganda, ensonga ezo ojja kuzikwatako era ojja kuzisobola. Honorable Guest of Honor, by then NDA was 7 years old. It was guided to intensify on herbal sensitization and research. It is from that background that I take this singular honor to thank you most sincerely, Honorable Chair and the Guest of Honor, for the good work you've exhibited to NDA. Currently we have more than 300 herbal products notified by National Drug Authority, and sensitization are moving on across the country. You deserve a very big clap, Chair. Honorable Chair, the Ministry of Health constructed 4 centers under the support of the Canadian Fund, which would help herbalists to access knowledge and skills at Uganda, Luwero, Dokoro, Kabale. These centers need attention, Honorable Guest of Honor, to achieve their objectives. And I was the view, if we can request those places which are not fully utilized, if can be given to NDA to work as coordinating centers for the herbalists, I think you could do much more to earn the benefits of those centers. Honorable Chair, this function is in line with the Traditional and Complementary Medicine Act 2019, which was assented by His Excellency the President of the Republic of Uganda. It states that there will be formation of a council, and the council will register traditional health practitioners. However, one to be registered must have a qualification by industrial training, IT. Sebo tuli mu kifo kituufu. Era bulijjo ne bw'olabanga ne minisita ndowooza alwawo operationalizing etteeka. Kubanga oditeekawo nga tewaliwo bw'ogenda ku registeringa. Naye kati sebo ndowooza you have confidence abantu weebali, and this is a third cohort. Ate tulina cohorts eziddako. Mukama wange etteeka ligende mu nkola, abantu batandika okuregisteringa tusobole okwewalawo ba quacks. Abana abamuvinga n'ebizindaalo naki tusobole okubeera ne direction entuufu mwe tusobola okutambulira. Honorable Chairman, we have many challenges, but I don't want to task you with many challenges. First of all, we need the law to be operationalized, and all powers lies under the Honorable Minister, the chair where you are in. So if you can pronounce it today, we shall be very grateful. Honorable Guest of Honor, we need exposure. The light you see in me, it is part of the exposure I've got from outside the countries, being sponsored by government and even self-sponsorship. And we need to learn more as far as traditional medicine is concerned. And sometimes when I'm moving the people to attend DA during GMP of herbal facilities, I always take lead and give guidance, and they appreciate. That's why you see they don't want to leave me behind, because there are so many things I know which I saw, from the exposure I've attained. So, Mr. Chairman, by virtue of your authority entrusted in you by Honorable Minister and the powers you have at NDA, you can sponsor a ticket for me to any country of your own so that I can go and acquire so many things and I bring them here so that my people can benefit. And I know you respond about it because you have all the powers. Honorable guest of honor, I want to thank you most sincerely for coming, but allow me to appreciate Dr. Grace Nambatia for the tireless efforts for total support in traditional medicine. We have been abused by so many people. There is herbalists who abused us on the TV at night. Even my boy called me and said, "You daddy, can you look at the TV and see what this man is saying?" But now all those people, they are with us. So Dr. Nambatia, thank you so much for persevering. So now we can see fruits and other people are coming to join us. I want to congratulate all graduates for persevering from level 1 to level 3. Thank you so much, and I pray that we shall work together so that you can continue to attain what you are supposed to attain. Honorable Chair, that marks the end of my written speech, but I want to recognize Mama Sharifa, the Hajat in Utambala. You sent her something last time, you remember. She's there. We have stayed for 28 years. So I cannot make that mistake to not recognize her here and to thank you for the love you have in me and her, because you can even go through me and you said something. Thank you so much.
There she is behind all this success. DJ, please increase the volume. Yeah, that is her number. Yes. Just get closer to her. Just get closer to her. Give her the blessing. Yes. I love that. Thank you.
If you ever need saving, I'm running to you, running.
Yes.
I'm running to you, running.
You know the steps. Please take the steps like doctor is doing. Okay? Yeah, I like that.
I'm running to you, running.
Thank you, Dr. Grace. There is a lot of message in that song. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yes.
I'm looking for trouble. It's cause I know that I got you.
Doctor is heading to the parents' tent. The parents, I was at there, but now I'm a boy. Oh, we can see what it is. Yes, Wow. You are very welcome. Let's clap for her, at least for the dance.
My dancing, I'm so happy to have Dr. Vitekirezo, Big Tex, come here. Yeah? You don't know what it means. We have the president here, not just the Minister of Health, because this sector needs people who understand real things. Yeah? Protocol observed. All welcome. I picked two gentlemen from the parents' tent. Abantu abo bempikize balugafe bebansala. Omu ye Nkulusemakula. Eyan esobozesa okubeera ku CBS for over 10 years, paying nothing. Abasinga never manya. You know, radio is powerful, but he made it possible. So, byamutendereza byonna, I think abirina kakakwati. Atenga walugave, n'omukulusa erunjogi. Era I believe Tiabolugave, bebasinga obugezi in the world. I'm sorry about that. But again, be so happy. I may not follow, you know, because they want to get it when normally welcome. I have a documented speech which I'll read, but then afterwards I concentrate on appreciating, because I'm getting off from Kulu. I take up manya abantu of appreciating. So let me read it very, very fast. Yeah, if you have the booklet, you will open and you'll see my picture. That's what I documented. On behalf of the entire research community, I extend my warmest congratulations to each of you on this remarkable achievement. Today, you stand proudly as certified occupational herbalists, a testament to your dedication, perseverance, and passion for the field of herbal medicine. Your journey has been marked by a deep commitment to learning the vital skills of propagation, conservation, nurturing of medicinal plants, good harvesting practices, post-harvest handling, compounding, standardization, and notification. These are essential competencies that will enable you to make significant contributions to the health and well-being of our communities and beyond. Your graduation today is not just a celebration of your hard work, but also an affirmation of the importance of herbal medicine in our world. You are now the torch bearers of a rich tradition that combines the wisdom of our ancestors with the rigor of modern science methods. Your skills will ensure that natural medicines are preserved, standardized, and made accessible to those who need them most. As you step into this new phase of your professional lives, I encourage you to remain curious and committed to lifelong learning. Continue to innovate, explore, and expand the boundaries of knowledge in herbal medicine. Your work will not only enhance the field, but also provide invaluable insights that can shape the future of healthcare. Know that we in the research community stand ready to support you in your endeavors. We believe in the potential of your contributions to unlock new frontiers in medicine and to foster a deep understanding of the powerful healing properties of nature. Congratulations once again, and may you find fulfillment, success, and purpose in the noble path you have chosen. That is my written speech, and if you've liked my English, that is from Trinity College. Nabingo chair. This time it's not Namagunda, but it's Trinity College. Yeah. So, I'm now just going to go through appreciation. First of all, I appreciate God the Almighty, who saw it fit that this place is gazetted for research in traditional medicine immediately after independence in 1963. So, things moved on at the time, but of course research was the kind where you look at a plant and look out for a molecule to make Panadol, to make quinine, to make, until when AIDS came knocking. And when AIDS came knocking, like COVID did, herbalists at the time were mobilized. And at this moment, I would like us to remember omukulu ennyo Haji Lutakome Sentam eyatuzalira Haji Lutakome atudde wano olwaleero. Nti olwaleero okumulaba nga atudde wano, it's testimony that training is very important. Would also like to recognize Haji Lutakome Inano, twin brother we, you know. But nange tusiriikiriramu tujjukire Haji Lutakome Sentam for 2 minutes. May his soul rest in eternal peace. Several guests of honor, way back around 2007, ministry was laboring to get herbal medicine represented on the board of NDA, I think when the first board was being created. And they would invite herbalists and everybody would tell each other, temugendayo, bajja kubabba, temugendayo. Haji Lutakome yekka yeyadayaringa to come. When my former director here, Mobiru, was still around, namutwalayo n'abeera ku board, and that was the beginning leading us to where we are standing here today, you know. Kakati Haji n'akola bulungi nnyo, n'atraininga n'atendeka. Kati at that time when HIV had come, herbalists were mobilized. Haji yali musaale nnyo mu kumobilizing, and this is when FETA was put in place. FETA, you heard about FETA when Honorable Kafunjo was presenting here, and it really did great work to bring together modern and the traditional healers. Mulia, Professor Katabira, you know, all those, and the lots of speech, several chair. Eddagala lya HIV bonna balipaka abajjanjabi eddagala lyalirize naye omuzungu omumanyi n'akola ARVs. Ebintu byonna n'abiyiwako ki? Ice. Netutambula. Our current president n'abuuliriza nnyo banaye, is there a place where we can look at herbal medicine? Naye buli be yabuuzanga nga bamuleetera just the medical side. Until I understand one time, he walked himself from the Kasero State House and discovered this place. That it was just there, the lab yonna, just ebintu ebyayatkeeld from a men's war. Now discovering and at that time they yatumanga nga tebategeera, you know, traditional medicine, byabalogo, they switch off. So the president endeavored, you remember he was making omutete toothpaste, and he wanted to patent it, and you know, kwegamba musajja watu n'azuula nti tewaliwo systems, tewaliwo policies, n'atrying, n'aforming a group y'aba scientists, me, Professor John Hangire, waliwo omukyala omulala akola Matoke project, we were 5 of us. Kati each one was given some support, but the support that was given me was to fund this place. Professor Muranga, yes. So for me, the support I was given was to fund this place because this institution was not getting funding, and the head of state labored to visit us here. He even planted a tree, Wapuke Ugandensis, one that is leveraged. Here we make a syrup, as you will see, that is really very effective on cough. It's already notified with NDA, and also NOAA COVID-X uses the same plant here, you know. So he labored, but when he found that there were no policies, a review was made in the health sector. That was in 1996 to establish what the problem was, because at the time the facilities of health were really wanting, but the people were a bit healthy. So they really found out that who is making people healthy when the hospitals are wanting, and it was the traditional healer. And linking with the report Dr. Jamila has talked about, a consultant was commissioned by Ministry of Health, funded by Italian Corporation, to inform of status of traditional medicine in the country. And that report, we take it as a Bible here, and it's still very valid, though it was never commissioned, but it's very valid. Its time has come. The consultant recommended that there should be policies, and it's at that time that 1993 the Ministry of Health put in place a strategic plan that had a need to have laws put in place to organize the invisible hand, the traditional healer. And that was the onset of starting on policy for traditional and complementary medicine, for public-private partnerships. To date, we have the public-private partnership policy 2012. But at TCM now we have an act that was assented to in 2020, but now 4 years down the line, we're still talking about implementation, and the prayer has already come out. I know the minister is already working on it, but of course we're just pointing it out so that our new graduates get to know where the bottlenecks are. They could also add their voice. We want to expedite the implementation, because the implementation means a council of professionals in traditional medicine will be put in place. And that council will have committees, part of which will be a committee for training. The training we are celebrating today is just a tip of the iceberg. There are other trainings that can go to universities, various institutions, you know, but it's very good. We celebrate Director of Industrial Training, Madame Lovens. Please stand up again for recognition. DIT, if we didn't put in place curriculum, we would not have a way of training. But behind that curriculum, we'd like to recognize in absentia Honorable Florence Nachwala Chinj, former Minister of Youth and Children, because through her, we established that private sector foundation had programs to fund herbalists. But along the line, we realized they needed training and we needed curriculum. So if we don't really look where we've come from, if we don't remember, God will, it's always good to remember. She's currently senior advisor to the president for women affairs, but it started. So private sector foundation is also here acknowledged because they labored, they dared put out their programs, and they are also still putting them there. But you've been advised to have circles to support you, access funding. You've heard of funds announced by the president, women in business. There is even one that was launched, I think, by the vice president yesterday. But chair, if you walk to the bank to claim that fund, they will ask you for collateral. They will ask you for land title. And majority of our women don't have land titles. Even the women married, they have joint titles with husbands. And you can't easily use that title. So Honorable Kafujo talked of what's going on in Munyonyo right now. We hail URSB for those arrangements. You see how the whole sector is networked. Because you may have the laws, you may have, but if you can't protect your products, nothing. So I was in that conference, but I had to get away because of this function here. But what is being discussed there is women and intellectual property. The way people innovate. The group seated there, I'm telling you, if you got close, they are so innovative, but they don't know what to protect. And we saw that when you protect, then you earn more, and of course GDP will go up, and they even estimated the monies we can get and how we can quickly achieve on SDGs. If people were supported to know what innovation is, sometimes we think it's rocket science, but it's not rocket science, So I'm really sharing all this because I know sometimes we are invited to those fora and not all of you are there. This is my opportunity to let you know that we may have done all the training, everything, but if IP is not handled, so URSB, thumbs up for that. And for me, I do positive Lugambo, so you've heard. And if we call you in any engagement, like if all of you here, I don't know, Theta, where you fit these people, you need to be there. People need to be serious. And that's why, once again, as I finish this segment of appreciation, I thank Agenda guests of honor. You don't know what you've done to us today by coming here. So, now, I would like to appreciate the trainees. Guests of honor, those trainees seated there, called occupational herbalists, behind them, I want to just pick out some critical ones, like Madame Christine Senkubuki. Madame Christine Senkubuki, please come over. She's a professional in Mulako Hospital. Yes, I would even like, I want people to know, I don't know if people knew the good here, but we wouldn't have space. Kindly, let the guest of honor see you and maybe even greet him by telling him who you are and
I'm privileged. I'm Sekume Christine. I'm a registered midwife and I'm a senior anesthetic officer. I'm a registered midwife and a senior anesthetic officer. I'm privileged and I'm overwhelmed. Atemba bulireko ekyasinga okundeeta wano. Ekyasinga okundeeta wano. Eddagala lye bayita ejjobyo. Bahabalisiti nga bawa nnyo ejjobyo. Mb'oli wali mu theatre, buli omu afa, nga lireeta ekintu kye bayita hypertonic contractions. Hypertonic contractions ne zitta abaana, ne zitta abakyala. Awo waliwo bamidwives abalya. Muyimirire bonna bonna bamanyi mwana wange miri wajiwali nebuuza tikiki naye engeri gye nali midwife nga ate nina interpersonal relationship nebagamba tinaye gwe gundi ono omwana we yavudde ki nanywedde kukanguya nga buli omu yenna yenna anywedde akanguya gwe mulandira gwejjoyo neŋŋamba nti nentunuulira nendabako asinga obuto nemugamba muwala gwe jangu bwe namukebera nga bebi we abulako katono nnyo okufa nemuwa spina anesthesia nembagamba abasawo nti ono omwana akyali mulamu n'alyoka asikowalinga oba 0.0001 naye nemulisa statinga neŋŋamba nti where will I find these herbals neŋŋamba I have to grab soldiers with them so that I can talk to them. Now I can talk to them. I'm so happy. Is Mirembe Ruth Lydia, Mrs. Chozira. Can Mr. Chozira show up, please? Mr. Chozira. Mr. Chozira. I'm a senior midwife. Since 1993 in service, but you can see what herbal medicine has done to me. I'm a self-D medical personnel. I'm still in practice. On many with only 4 years and 8 months to make 60. I'm very passionate with herbal medicine. And even this is the first time to put this thing on my head because I have a product from jackfruit seeds and avocado seeds, and I've really gone through a number of this laboratory, Makerere University, Food Science and Technology, even here, research and certification going on. And ebya herbal medicine tubyagala nnyo ffe waffe waka. Mwami wange oyo kirungi tali negative ku byo. Abaana era twagadde first born tujje naye wano naye olwaleero lwaddayo wati ku ssomero. Maama wange ne taata wange, taata is making 88 years, mommy is now 75, a mother of 12, all alive. And she was supposed to be here, but every weekend she has a function in Kampala and she's staying far, so we could not bring her this time. So we thank God for this herbal medicine. We've really helped so many people. I'm there in the Women's Hospital Mulago practicing, but I thank God. I can't really use a lot of time because I have to help others, but it's very wonderful.
Thank you for this minutes. Developed or underdeveloped, depending on how many mothers survive, the deaths and everything. So if this Abasa were here unraveling the challenges, I think Mulabaja Tulagase will chair that probably they will one day contribute to those indicators there. Thank you so much. You can go back dancing. The fun of herbal medicine. Era yagamba wadda yewe weekend in the rural area. Amanyi okucyclinganga genda alaba ebikola they WhatsApp that we saw this, we saw, you know, together with the Dr. Stavia for tuberculosis. And I normally tell Dr. Stavia, you know, that is Wabugia ugandensis. That tree, you just ask, because it can work on tuberculosis, it can work on any antimicrobial, and here we discovered chair, it can work on viruses. So it was found active, even better than remdesivir. That was done in Uganda Virus Research Institute. CATSE, Science, Technology and Innovation, one of your points here, and chair, or acknowledging support, trying support from the ministry in international since COVID time with His Excellency loving traditional medicine. Now making us sure to this place benefits from advanced research. You heard of the research which we spearheaded here, principal investigator with a team of medical doctors. Let me introduce my co-principal investigator, Dr. Walikudembe Robert, jangu bakulabe bulungi ate musomesa wammwe. Dr. Wali Kudembe Roberts, sisobola kuyaza manya butabuza ku our chair akutegeremwa who you are and why you love us here.
Yeah, thank you very much, Dr. Grace Nambacha. I think I join you to welcome everyone here, more so our guests of honor, and all of you people who have found time to come over. I want also to congratulate the graduates. Your effort has, you can see what has come out. I want to thank the parents who encouraged, actually not only the parents but even husbands. We have just been shown the gallant husband to one of the graduates, and to say that this is the way to go. We have all along been saying, where is our philosophy, the African philosophy? We took time to visit China with Grace. There was Chinese philosophy in managing disease. You go to Europe, there's European philosophy in managing disease. Actually what we are using here, even we call it the Western medicine. Can you imagine? Where's African medicine? So this is really a milestone. If we can proudly come out in the public and say we are starting putting a stone onto our African philosophy, that would be good. So I joined Dr. Grace Nambacha to thank everyone who put effort into bringing us today to this function, to this celebration, to this graduation as it is here. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Doctor. Let me add on several our guests of honor. Dr. Nosimutono Nakamo is a key person in clinical trials engaged by WHO and other international agencies. Naye wajana tulawan ye chalengera kolachi achiraba era he's at the forefront of getting us established here a clinical trial, a sort of an outpatient clinical.
We have already talked to people who would be so key to have an outpatient clinical assessment department. A natural chemotherapeutic research institute without a clinic, a public clinic, will be an undertone. We need where the public is aware that at natural chemotherapy, you can go there and you can get the brains, both Western and African. When I say Western, of course, I'm a Western medical trained doctor, qualified. I don't shy out when I say I'm a qualified doctor because I'm a known registered medical practitioner in this country. But we are saying we need now this traditional, the African philosophy will let us bring out this science to handle our ailments, and I'm championing with my director here to make sure we have an outpatient clinical assessment department at Natural Chemotherapeutic Research Institute. Thank you.
I should recognize, but of course they are supported by the basic scientists. Unfortunately, public service has given us an improved structure, having positions for these cadres. Yeah, so you can go back to seat. Thank you for coming. And I always train them, I'm a teacher, you know. So I am appreciate my long speeches, appreciating. Let me appreciate National Drug Authority, not through you, Chair. There is Muchaba Michael there. Dr. Michael Muchaba, I don't know whether, I believe you'll be given time because what you're going to say is a bit different, but Dr. Michael and his department has really been very supportive, and at this point, let me appreciate again STI, because this year by December, we shall have a standing pilot GMP facility. And NDA has taken us through the audit, and I believe next week we're getting the approval so that we procure the engineers, and by December, herbalists, if you really have a product notified, you'll be given space in that GMP to further work on it so that it can cross over to clinical trials in cohorts. Government of Uganda has facilitated all that. There is a clinical trial center now trying out your products there. So tell people, people are so fond of talking. They're like, government, until they don't come. So, still appreciating. I want to, Nambi Agnes, are you there? Please come quickly. Chair, that beautiful girl, is testimony that herbal can work on sickle cell anemia. Yes, and not only herbal and complementary, because there are many complementary practitioners that are not yet here. That's why we want a council quickly, so that we know all the key players. But when you sit with her, and she recently lost her dad, but the mom is around. Moms stand up for recognition. They've been very supportive. But I'm telling you, sickle cell anemia, we even have a notified product from one Kalure Dewo from Seventh-day Adventist Church. It can keep a sickler without crisis for a whole year. And these products are all grouped here. You can go back to see it. Okay? So, there's other competences altogether. But the Director, National Council Higher Education, I'm privileged. Dr. Sebata Vincent, he's my brother. He has told me, Dr. Grace, you people, when are you going for level 4? So the IT, we are going to knock at your door. So, yeah. So, I would like to appreciate the NCRI staff. This arrangement of being in Munyonyo, in URSB thing, and just on phone, and wow, the thing is happening. Just bow to the chair. That is our great chair who make us be the way we are. He invests in us in trainings, like personalities. You know, I'm sorry I'm talking a lot, but if you don't know your personality, you will not know how to engage with another personality. And just a tip, like me, I'm a sanguine. We put on bright colors, we make friends easily, we trust easily. So when you know personalities of your colleagues, you just maneuver. This training that's too expensive chair. That's why I keep sharing, because not everybody will be, you know. So chair, thank you once again for the trainings. And you see me on TikTok, YouTube, and it starts the trainings of NDA. But you can walk on the street and ask somebody whether they know about it, and they've never heard about it. So we say, no, let's think out of the box. When WHO gives us a theme, it's not cast in concrete that you must celebrate it on that day. So we decided, we have an organizing committee here, in partnership with FETA. We said, let's have a program of activities and roll them out, beginning with the graduation today. That's why I'm talking about it. Tomorrow there is a speakers bureau at FETA. The theme is safety of traditional medicine, the role of regulators. And chair, when we celebrated on 10th October in Makerere University Public Health Auditorium, it's only you who can give a keynote speech, because the theme is on regulation, the role of the regulator. I'm telling you, there are other regulators like I've highlighted, but when you see the theme of WHO, chair, in relation to the recently concluded International Society of Pharmacovigilance, that great conference that was in Munyonyo, hosted by National Drug Authority, which looked at safety of medicines. And when we were looking at safety of medicines there in Munyonyo, it was mainly the synthetic medicines. But the ISOP has a chapter on herbal. Now NDA brings this theme, you know, and we really saw in ISOP that many people died due to the lack of safety in many ways. So for me, if I say our chair of the board is the most eligible person in the country to give a keynote address, I think I'm not talking out of the blue. And chair, we decided to really make it all inclusive. And making it all inclusive is not easy And because Uganda works through a public-private partnership model, we engaged Business Friends Africa. Professor Dr. Mayanja, the chair cannot turn to break his neck. Please come and he sees you. Chair, Business Friends Africa is an entity that understands a lot.
The Center for Kempton Park Medical Center, that's where our former president Obote used to be treated. Mugabe, Shangarai. If you come there, please visit me. She has visited me several times, and I'll be with you whenever you call me.
From the moment Joanna opened the
Yes, we can make a circle. The graduates, we can make a big circle and we move around the chief guest. Let's make that circle, please. Let's see the circle moving. Let's see the circle moving. Yes. As we chase that. Yes. This is a new style celebration.
Jesus. Cheers.
Cheers. Thank you all of you. Dr. Grace in the center of the Cheta dance. Yes. Yes. Let us see your celebration. Let us see the celebration. Enkofira muziwanike. Enkofira muziwanike. Let us wave. Yes, that is achievement. Yeah, now. Wow.
As National Drug Authority, the board that manages National Drug Authority, you are well represented. You have a chairman who is willing to support the sector to promote research and development of herbal medicine. You should clap for that. You also have Dr. Grace Nambacha, who sits on the NDA board and represents National Chemotherapeutics Research Institute. We also have Haj Jamil Takome, who represents the herbalists on the board. So this is very critical in our implementation to see that the herbal sector grows. To the graduates, I congratulate you for coming into this sector and for graduating. As National Drug Authority, we very much want to see a sector that is growing. And I see among you, you have persons who have notified products. Clap for yourselves. Because as Dr. Grace said, in Uganda, under the public-private partnership policy for health, 60% of the population starts with herbal medicines. I remember in 2019, if I'm right, when they started the DIT program, we were very skeptical how many are going to undertake this program. We had people who are developing the curriculum, some of them were pharmacists, some of them were herbalists. I acknowledge the support that was provided by the herbalists in setting up of the curriculum. And as National Drug Authority, we shall continue providing support, but also my appeal to the graduates today is to be able to work together. As National Drug Authority, with the support of the board, we are currently having benchmarking visits. I think some of you will be privileged. These benchmarking visits, after training, we take you to learn from an already established facility. So, if you don't have a manufacturing facility, kindly look at the person who has a manufacturing facility such that you can work from there. Dr. Grace has talked about NCRI. National Drug Authority has been working with NCRI. We have visited the premise, and NCRI is going to set up a modern pilot manufacturing facility for herbal medicine. You should clap for yourselves. We have been seeing this in other sectors, but not in the herbal industry. So we hope that with this facility in place, you can bring your products, such that they can be manufactured from this place, and you don't have to have that heavy cost of investment. The trend of herbal medicines. You have come into a sector that is very productive. When we started, we had only 6 products. Currently, we have over 300 notified products. And all of this is your success. We are there to provide you support through this success. And what is the future? What is the future? Where are we going? I think they talked about the TCM Act. The TCM Act looks at integration of traditional medicine into the conventional sector. That's where you come into. They will need people who are trained. I believe now you're preparing yourself for that sector. But also, what are we seeing in terms of the products we have? The products we have notified, now the trend is they want to take them out to other markets, the East African markets. So we hope that with this training, that also the people at your facilities will also be able to benefit from you, so that we can have safe, quality and efficacious medicines. I thank you very much for having attended this training. I know it was not easy coming here to every week for the training, and I believe this is your success and it's also our success. We know that when we have trained people in a sector, the image you will have on herbal medicine will be a different image. People will look at herbal medicine, associating it with people who are trained, and also relating to the quality of the herbal medicines. That said, I wish to thank my board chair, Dr. Vitekerezo, for having provided support in terms of financial and also in terms of human resource to enable us carry out the activity that promotes the herbal sector. And Dr. Grace, we have an MOU with NCRI. We thank you for the support you provide in regards to testing and also mentoring of the herbalists before they bring their products for notification. And lastly but not least, you talked about ISOP. I'm very happy that the trend of the herbal sector is not only seen from the eyes of the herbalists. The new term is called now indigenous scientists. We are having other professionals joining the sector. That is the nurses, the doctors, the pharmacists. We hope that as we go ahead in the integration, also aspects of pharmacovigilance, they'll be able to give us quality reports on those products when they go to the hospitals. At this point, I wish to take the opportunity to invite the board chair, Dr. Vitekerezo, to give us the keynote speech.
Invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, protocol observed. Good afternoon to you. I'm called Dr. Peter Sameda, but please, the name is too long. You call me Bitex. I got that name very many years ago when I was in S2 in Maraha in 1985. Because my colleagues from northern Uganda could not pronounce the name, it's like a sentence. I am a medical doctor, and by God's grace, I was the MP from Maraha Town in the 9th Parliament, and I used to be the chairman of the Health Committee of Parliament of Uganda. I'm a practicing medical person. I'm a physician by training, and I have a lot of responsibilities. But today, I am chairman of the NDA, but I came here representing the minister in charge of primary health care for the Ministry of Health. Maybe for some of you want to know much about me. I happen to be the chairman of the Global Fund in Uganda here, and I'm on 2 governing councils of universities. Mbarara University of Science and Technology, I represent the alumni in the University Council, and I'm also on the governing council for Bishop Site University in Mbarara. And I have got a small hospital in Mbarara which is owned by myself. I employ about 36 people, the young people. And I'm also, I also do some governance on the board of the National Medical Stores. So I'm a busy person really. I'm a married man with only 1 wife plus 3 children. I don't have children outside. I am still struggling. I hope God gives me grace not to go outside and start producing children to go to nursery when I'm 65 years old. I'm struggling. First of all, I want to congratulate you, Dr. Grace Nambatya, and your team, plus the graduates and the parents that have seen here. Congratulations. I will just give a short speech about NDA. Then when I finish, I will just read the speech from the Minister verbatim. Number 1, I want to thank you as my board member, Dr. Grace Nambatya, who is a comrade Ndogo Jamil Takome Mukwaya Haji, for being very wonderful people on my board. I have the biggest board in Uganda, but we do a lot of things because health is the first thing you want in life, because if you are dead, you can't even give a speech. So our mandate is to make sure that Ugandans use drugs that are that are of high quality, and they are efficacious, and they don't kill them. And I can tell you, gold is expensive, but I can tell you drugs are expensive. They are more expensive than even gold. So we deal with those things. Of course, people who want to manipulate us are very many, because if anybody brings a fake drug here which doesn't work, and he wants us to pass, he will make money out of nothing. So some people call me for lunch, I refuse. You can know what they call me for lunch for. It's not food. It is to manipulate me in hotels. So sometimes I refuse to go for those lunches. And they say I am not cooperative. You can use that information the way you want. So I don't go for those things because I know people want to finish me off. It is very important to note that actually worldwide, 4 billion people use herbal drugs. Strangely, even Americans, 5% of people in America, they use herbal drugs. In Uganda, more than 70% of the population, they use herbal remedies before they come to conventional treatment centers for the conventional medicine. For that matter, we have no way out. We have to embrace herbal drugs and herbal sector. Now, I have been a doctor since 1999. So I'm an old doctor in this country. And I taught in Mbarara University, I taught actually medicine in the Mbarara University of Science and Technology for 8 years before I joined the politics. So there is nothing I have not seen. The midwife was talking about, I repaired so many uteri of so many women in Mbarara after using a shorty. I think that's what you call Eyobio. Yes, that thing, it has serious cytotoxic effects. The moment you give it to a woman when the cervix is still unripe, the contractions will increase, the kid inside will be compromised in terms of accessing oxygen, the kid will die in utero, the mother will die of ruptured uterus, you may end up losing both the mother and the child. And people use it. I saw so many things in Mbarara, because most of my practice has been in Mbarara. And I'm very happy the midwives have joined you, at least to give that kind of testimony to the herbal remedy users. So that if you are to give that, you give it when you have done a proper vaginal examination and you are very sure that there's nothing too ripe. In case the kid is pushed out, it has got to pass. Because an unripe uterus and an unripe cervix, actually, it is as hard as this. So if somebody is contracting and the kid must come out, how does the kid come out of something which is very hard like this one? But therefore, some of us who have done medicine, medicine is one of the most interesting subjects I have studied in life, and I feel it has given me a lot of knowledge about human beings. I travel in planes, I go making diagnosis of disease in a plane. I go in a bus, I am making diagnosis. I see politicians saying things, I make diagnosis. You see somebody thinking as if this world is belonging to him, but you make a diagnosis as a doctor. For me, I make a diagnosis, I keep quiet. I see them talking as if they will never die, I make a diagnosis. I see people talking bad things about herbal drugs, I say you are kidding. People are using herbal remedies. For that matter, we must use a collaborative approach with these people if we are to make Ugandans very comfortable. I'm telling you. A reason why, as chairman of NDA, we have set up that laboratory you are seeing here, that tall building here. Actually, that laboratory is made for herbal research and herbal remedies. This man here, Mutiabaromio here, is one of the only pharmacists I have at NDA who speaks very good Chinese. This guy, he speaks Chinese, you can't believe. So when the Chinese are coming here, I send them to him. When they just say, ni hao, ching chwak, I don't understand their language, but they are there, and this man has helped me. And good enough, if you look at this man, he's not a proud person. He knows how to handle those people who don't speak too much English. You know, English people, they are very complicated people. Those ones who have studied too much English, you expect everybody to be speaking English like you. No, people are different, but they have their indigenous knowledge. So Mutiaba, I want to thank you in front of these people for knowing how to handle people with indigenous knowledge with less English. So even when they are doing their drugs, please, they will write the English which is not okay. They will not give you p-values. They will not be able to talk about odds ratios. They will not talk about pharmacokinetics. They will not be talking about your pharmacognosis. You're talking about, but these people have not these people. By the way, I am the one who notified Covidex because I have got executive powers by law. When I notified the Covidex, I was looked at as an idiot. They said possibly I've been bribed by Ogwanga and the team to notify drug. Kumbe, people outside never wanted our drug to be on the market so they could remain here making money. Strangely, Covidex was found in London. Because these people were very stark, they took Covidex from Uganda, so the Ugandans treated British with the Covidex during the COVID crisis. For that matter, we cannot be seen to cripple the thinking of our people through stopping them from practicing herbal medicine here. So I thank you for being with us. Abim has so many mountains and has got so many plants that are medicinal in nature. And I'm praying that everybody plants a tree that is medicinal in his or her compound, and to honor the herbal remedies in this country. I've been actually even engaging with the traditional chiefs and the kabakas. I am very close to the Cathedral of Uganda because I am an old boy of St. Andrew's College, Chitofu. And you know, the Cathedral comes from Chitofu also. So we are the only two people who went to St. Andrew's College, so we are close. I know Masaka very well. I could be one of the few Wachikapo that can speak Luganda, not too nicely, but I can tell you everything I know. The only thing I didn't do, I didn't marry a Muganda woman because by the time I finished, all of them have been taken. But at least I have a lot of attachment with Masaka really. So I am also in a good relationship with the king of Toro and the teacher of Toro also. Well, we are making a memorandum of understanding with the king of Munyoro, and we are in close contact with the king of the Chabazinga of Musoka. Even later, I will come there, don't worry. I will look for those, and I want also to look for the Mori Mori. Because we have opened office now in Soroti. But the ultimate goal is to work with these influential people to preserve trees in this country that are medicinal. I don't know whether some of you have ever gone to Lilongwe, Malawi, or other countries down in South Africa. The doctor is here, he has been talking. Dr. Serundoji, the doctor from that doctor. These towns outside there have trees you can't understand. In Uganda, all towns have no trees. Whenever you become a Serundoji developer, you didn't cut the trees in Kampala, you have tried. I want to thank Serundoji, the mayor, who was here. But the ones replacing these people should be able to plant trees all over. We should have a country with a lot of trees that have oxygen. So once again, I want to congratulate you upon graduating as clean people in herbal medicine. Dr. Grace, the complementary medicine law, which you have been fighting to have implemented, I think I'm going to take the message to the minister. I think the council should be informed. But when you were dancing here, I took my video, I will just share it with her. Because we are in talks, whatever you were saying, I recorded it. I will give the things to the minister. As long as I'm chairman of NDA, and possibly I have some other influence elsewhere, I will remain in touch with you to ensure that the herbal sector in this country does not die. Now, the minister is talking. Distinguished guests, graduates, but they should be graduates. Dr. Grace Nambatia, ladies and gentlemen, all protocol observed. It is a great honor and privilege to stand before you today as we celebrate a significant milestone in the lives of these remarkable individuals who have completed their training as occupational herbalists. Today, we are not only celebrating the culmination of their hard work, dedication and perseverance, but we are also welcoming a new generation of professionals who will contribute significantly to the health and well-being of our communities. Herbal medicine, as many of you know, has been a cornerstone of human health and wellness for thousands of years. It is a practice deeply rooted in our history, culture, and traditions, and it remains a vital part of our lives today. As we witness the ever-increasing interest in natural and holistic approaches to health, your role as skilled herbalists becomes more important than ever. Your training in the propagation, conservation, and nurturing of medicinal plants speaks to your commitment to preserving our natural heritage. The careful selection of plants, the understanding of their unique growth requirements, and the sustainable harvesting techniques you have mastered are all vital skills in ensuring that these precious resources continue to thrive for future generations. Your efforts in this area will contribute to biodiversity and environmental sustainability, ensuring that we maintain a balanced ecosystem that benefits all of us. Equally important are the skills you have acquired in good harvesting practices, once again, post-harvest handling and compounding. These are essential steps in preserving the integrity, potency, and quality of the medicinal plants you work with. The knowledge you have gained in these areas is critical to ensuring that the end products are safe, effective, and of high standards. This reflects not only on your skills as herbalists, but also on your dedication to the health and safety of those who will rely on your expertise. The standardization and notification skills you have mastered demonstrate your commitment to professionalism and excellence. By adhering to the best practices and standards, you ensure that the herbal medicines produced are consistent and reliable and will meet the required quality parameters or standards. This is crucial in building trust with the consumers, regulatory bodies like NDA, and the broader medicinal community or medical community. At this juncture, I would like to extend my heartfelt appreciation to the Directorate of Industrial Training, DIT, and the Ministry of Education and Sports, whose initiative and vision brought forth this curriculum. Your dedication to developing a comprehensive and practical training program with the support of key stakeholders such as the Ministry of Health, the Herbalist Association, headed by Haji Jamil Mukwaya, the National Drug Authority, headed by myself.
In this photo. Yes, let's do something.
Okay.
Let's show the smiles.
I want to call upon the following fellow graduates. Annette Nantungwe, Felicitas.
Kale muje tusale cake. Make sure you are somewhere near the knife or near the guest of honor or near the table, and point towards the knife, and then I'm going to count 3. We are going to cut.
Ladies and gentlemen, Nambe Justice is my name. It's a day filled with joy, especially as somebody who has witnessed you enroll for this course shortly after that unpleasant wave of COVID-19. It's not been an easy journey, but I take this opportunity to congratulate you, congratulate the guardians, parents, the trainers, and everybody present today. It's because of you that we are here. It's because of you that we are celebrating. Congratulations. And without wasting more time, I take this opportunity to call upon the following graduates to receive their certificates and transcripts as occupational herbalists. Number 1, Award Rosemary Agendawa. As she receives her certificate, Bakiria Judith, you can come up. Yes, we can see the confidence. Bakiria Judith, congratulations. Biriko Thomas. Wami Asman.
tufuneyo kapozi akalalako batugambye tuwanike enkofiira zaffe. Thank you so much. Now we are going right to the graduates tugenda kubasaba musoke.
Dr. Takome. Dr. Sisenabeja. Chirimutu. Chimami Wanjirijo. Mr. Sabunya. Mr. Sabunya resourced us out of his own humility and compassion. Just resourced us with all the health breaks that we needed, besides the one that Chemotherapeutics was able to provide us. He was topping up for us selflessly, generously.
Mr. Sebunya Badage. Thank you so much. You appreciate it.
God bless that big heart, and all in the spirit of herbal medicine and fellow herbal medicine practitioners. All the staff of Natural Chemotherapeutics, please, all of you.
All of the staff of Natural Chemotherapeutics. Wow, wow, wow. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
You are my uncle, my friend, my mentor, and my everything. I want to express my gratitude to you, my dear, for standing by my side at all times and giving me the support I needed. I wish you all the best endeavor from Bwami Asuman.
Thank you so much. Thank you. This is so lovely, so lovely.
I want to appreciate Felistas.
Thank you for appreciating your uncle.
Felistas here coordinated us as the whole class to be able to put together some resources to be able to do this behind the backs of the administration of NACRE. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much,
We love you so
Felistas,
much.
for coordinating.
Congratulations. Yes. Yes.